The creator economy, let's talk about that. Like, obviously, there are so many people. Again, that's not AI, they're just creators. So they are humans still, but they're not necessarily journalists. And lots of newsroom are adapting to that as well. They are doing creator first content right now. So, how do you see it?
Yeah, that's where the roles of journalists are going to be cut.
Cut, or do you think it can
Um,
shift, or do you think if journalists can adapt fast
I think
enough,
creators, if we're not careful, content creators are going to replace certain
journalists?
journalists
Okay.
if
Why do you say
journalists
so?
don't get, because some of them are quite efficient in the way that they do things and they are adapting. Content creators can be a multimedia journalist. The problem with journalism is there are a lot of people that solely write and that's all they do. And
Yeah.
I think those people need to be a bit worried, because if you're just writing, I believe that we're going to see this shift where content creators are going to be start getting called in to do stories. They will have the writing skills because they will have AI. They will have the multimedia skills because they're already content creating. And then they will have that flair where they will be able to connect to and engage with audiences. And they also have that virality. They have the followers. Like right now, followers, the amount of followers you have is the highest form of currency. And so
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter if you're actually particularly good. Put you in a position because oh, this person's got 4 million followers. So you see a lot of people that you can see that are not trained, that have no professional experience, nothing like that. And they're just there. They just exist because they have an audience. That's it.
I think it comes from the fact that revenue models for these media outlets have been changed. So traditional media, which used to make money through advertising, now they rely a lot on social media platforms to, get their revenues. And for them, it's really helpful that when they get a, like, for example, a established creator to talk about sports news, so they will have their following. They want to basically leverage that and use that. However, having said that, I feel like they have skills, of course. Whatever they don't know, they can learn and adapt, so that can change. But there's still very core concept of journalism, for example, impartiality. So you cannot teach that to creators. For me, I think that has been the biggest point I've seen in the content they make. They don't know, like, how you have to have like balance in the news package, how you have to quote different sources. You're taught these things in the journalism school or at your workplace, how you cannot use necessarily copyrighted content, or again, defamation is like huge. That's where, like, credibility comes from being a journalist.